where I can get it.
Should be able to hear myself.
You usually write stuff on the
Okay. Yep, Smitty was not there.
Give me one. I just have. I just.
Is it not? Is it? It looks like it's.
No,
Sorry.
I thought.
I don't mean to laugh at
Who's
your
here?
struggle.
Deja's here, I saw her come in. Levi's here. Chloe's here. Hut?
Should work.
No.
Oh my god, I just invented
Kath? No. Langa? Kaylee? Becca?
Yep.
She's here. Moster? Yep. Austin? Yep. Shafe? Miss Squeer's back there. Spandelli's over there. So I think that's what we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of these are the band thing, right? Is it band empire? I don't. Can I sell a donut to you for 50 cents?
You work on Saturday.
What kind are they?
Are
Chocolate.
you excited? You are.
All right, all right, all right. 2 for $1.
That'll be nice.
They're the same as
Make sure she's the one.
I know. I wanted to make it sound good. You go right ahead. Yeah, you go right ahead. Come on up. Spandelli, 2
I
for $1.
put
Come
a
on.
JC Penney's card.
Come on up, Spandelli. Come on, you too. You don't have any money. I just saw you open up the wallet. You're loaded. You have no money in there. You don't have 50 cents?
How much are they?
50 cents.
I can run off my car quick.
No, you can't.
What kind of donuts are they?
Chocolate?
I'll come back up after school.
Sure.
And you're going to have one, right, Kaylee? Yeah, come on up. That's a good deal.
I'll pay you the interest. I'll bring $1 tomorrow.
Do you want to grab yours?
Okay, give me $1 tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah. Thank you.
You got 2 of them, Spandelli, but you owe me $1. Sure, for $1.
I need it.
Yeah.
Because I can have some like
That's the kind of guy I am. That's the kind of guy I am.
Yeah.
Who else wants some?
Hold on, I'm in.
Langer, you got the last one, and it's got extra chocolate on it.
I got an extra 5 cents.
Oh, baby!
Are you
Okay,
doing
you're the man.
operation or just a good one?
You the man, you the man, you the man. Okay, there it is. All right, we're all done. I got rid of those. Okay, you guys. Here's what we're gonna look at right now. I'm gonna hand back, how am I gonna do this here? I have yours right here. Okay, Caps is not here. Look at it. Langer's here. We're not gonna, remember what did I tell you? Am I gonna penalize you for having them wrong? Nope, I was just gonna check to make sure you were done. Remember? Alright, so here's, I'm gonna give you the list of names I have right now. See, listen to me, and Becca, I think you were one, you were gone, I think, right? Alright, so everybody listen now. I said that Jerry collected some of these from you, and that's fine, okay? But some of you he didn't. So I went through and I looked here. So here's who I have. Holler, all right, Prize, Kaylee, Kath, Hutt, Zim, Austin, Primo, Miss Vayette, Gott, Spandelli, Chloe, Hans, Langer, and Caps. So this is your opportunity to turn it in right now if you didn't already. Now I don't think I read Goozy's name. So Goozy's giving me right now both of these. She's given me the voting guide, and I think I gave that to you too, Becca, didn't I? Okay, voting guide, and Miss Square, yep, okay, super. Let me put these over here, all right? And then let's take a look at these. I'm gonna turn around and give them right back in. Hold on, Miss Square. Okay, so you just didn't finish one, that's fine. That's fine. You're good, okay, I'm just gonna put here. I only took points off if people had 3 or 4 that they didn't have done. So I'm gonna put that guy, Miss Squira. I don't know if I spelled that right. Goozy is good. You can take it, yes. That's fine. How about this one? You got this one all done? Okay, good. Thank you, Shafe. I'm gonna put Shafe. Okay. Yeah. No, you're gonna have it. Oh, the other one I keep, yes. Don't you keep that. You guys, do you realize why I'm gonna keep this one? All right, I said, I'll put some test questions on the test, but it's only gonna be what? Extra credit, right?
Off of that one?
Yep, off the voting guide one, just extra credit. I don't have time to go over it all today.
And we don't get that one back?
I don't have them corrected. But they're questions, you guys, it isn't gonna be something that's exactly identical to this. It's not gonna be. Okay. What was the mathematical difference in voting rates between those with at least a bachelor's degree? No. Okay. It would be something that would be really, really broad. Like this. True or false? Okay. People who are registered to vote at a much higher rate than people who are not registered to vote. And that was in that article, right? That's what I'm talking about. What region saw the largest increase in voter turnout in 2008? What region was it? What region, 2008? Think who was being elected? The largest turnout, increase, the largest increase. Midwest always comes out the most, right? But what saw the largest increase in 2008? South. African American candidate. Blacks came out and voted in large numbers, okay? Guzi, you can have this back. I'm gonna put your name on here, okay? So, that's it. Everybody who now turn this into me where I can see it, I've got it all here. Spandelli, I told you I had yours earlier, okay? So then I can hand these back now. You wanna hand that over to Dale Pickle? Hand that over to Dale Pickle, okay? Caps is not here. Chloe, you get to have yours. All right, you want to hand that over to Spandelli? Okay, Gott is not here. Vayet is not here. Okay, Primo is not here. You want to hand that back to Austin for me, Deja? Just throw it at him. Zimzim is not here. Hut is not here. Catherine is not here. Kaylee's here. Oh. Okay, Kaylee's always here. And then Holler's not here.
If I missed one.
Yeah, I give you 100%.
Oh.
I mean, if you only, here's the deal, if you missed about 3 of them, if you only missed 1 or 2, then I give you 100%. If you missed 3 of them, then I'm giving like 90%. If you missed 6 or 7 or whatever, then I'm giving about 70%, and that's about a C, right? Okay? But I didn't want to mark these wrong. I wanted to go through every one of these to help you with what's on the test. So you're going to have this out, and you're going to follow along, and we're going to do this together, and I'm going to try and tell you what's on the test here. Okay? So look at number 1, please. All right. What are the, yeah.
Can I have Haley's stuff?
Yeah, you go right ahead.
She wanted me to bring it.
Yep. I want you to bring it to her here then. Because I wrote her, let me make sure that I wrote her name down.
I think you said you
I did? Okay. If I said it, then I'm not going to say it again. Okay. So, number 1, party, economy, and campaign. But here's the deal, okay? I hate giving out these review assignments because what happens is this is all the kids will study, and then they're going to come back and they're going to whine and say, Stock, well, gee, you know, that wasn't on the review. The review is just partially what's on the test. And also, look at here, you guys. I also asked you, please include examples of each as well, right? So I wanted examples of each one. So I'm going to tell you what, here's what would be a good test question, okay? What are the 3 most important issues? Well, the party is. All right, true or false? Okay, Democrats vote more than Republicans. False. Do you see how that came from that section of the notes? Republicans have done a much better job. How about this one? Okay, when we're looking at the party. How about this one? Traditionally, over the past 30 years, Republicans have done better with independent voters. True or false? That is true. They have.
The Republican.
They have, yeah. Now remember, that stuff that's all in your notes, right? I mean, when we were looking at why the party has been pretty important in determining who's going to win a presidential election. Okay. How about the economy? Remember, you're supposed to write down some examples here. All right? Do you know what a prospective and a retrospective voter is? Because if you don't, then you're screwed. We can say, yeah, Stock, it's the economy, stupid, all right, that when we're in a recession, the incumbent party is going to really struggle. That's correct. But I wanted you to take it a step further. I wanted you to look at, well, what is a prospective and a retrospective voter? What are most people? All right, are most people forward-thinking and are thinking about a consistent set of beliefs or ideology? No. That's the rank-and-file Republican and Democrats who tend to be, all right, out here on these extreme wings. They're more ideological. They They have a firm belief, all right, in liberalism or conservatism, and that's how government should operate. But when we talk about a lot of people who are moderate, they tend to be more retrospective voters. All right, the retrospectives, we talked about this, and I'm going to have that on the test. All right, it's probably going to be fill in the blank. People who are more forward-looking and are more ideological are what type of voters? Well, they're prospective. People who look at, all right, you guys are going to walk into the voting booth and you're going to vote, all right, you're thinking, well, am I better off today than I was 4 years ago? Holy crap, gas prices are $5 a gallon. Who are you going to blame? You're going to blame the party that's in power. And that's why we talked about this yesterday. You know, John McCain was a good candidate. He's a very good candidate. John McCain's right here. He's a maverick. He's not way over here. He's a war vet. For crying out loud, you know what John McCain is? He was tortured at the Hanoi Hilton during the Vietnam War. He's a war hero. But he is a maverick, and he'll break from the conservative base. He's really appealing to moderate voters. I know he's older. Okay, would have been the oldest president if he would have won. But you knew he wasn't going to win. We had a great recession. And any candidate the Republicans threw out, they were going to lose. People are going to blame the recession on the Republicans. The economy's powerful when it comes to influencing how people vote. Yes, Katie?
When you said that ideological people are,
Well, ideological is more out here. They're more prospective. Yeah, they're more prospective because you got to remember, a prospective voter has an idea of how the world should work. All right? When it comes to God, guns, gays, taxes, they're more ideological. All right? They've got a vision of how it should work. And they're not going to look at, am I better off? Okay, I would have been better off if we would have done things this way. So they're going to look at it a little bit differently. Okay? And then the last thing here we want to talk about later today is the campaign itself and the money and the ads and the character. And how that's really, really important in winning an election. You've got to prove to the people that you've got stronger character. And that's where the ads come in. And that's why you guys are doing that little assignment. Now, the one other thing we want to talk about this assignment before I go on. Everybody listen. When you're going to turn this into me on Monday, I really do want it on paper. So on the sub is here, I'm going to say the first thing. Please collect the political ad assignment. I want you to type it. Obviously, they're easier for me to read. And you always turn in, all right, written work now. You have an iPad for crying out loud. And I would have had you just send it to me electronically, you guys. But I'm telling you, I correct a lot of these at home, and I have Clearwire. That should answer everything. All right, it can spin, and it takes, I'm not exaggerating, sometimes maybe 15 seconds just for one document to open up. And so it's really painful. And so until I can get that fixed, because I don't want to waste a lot of paper. But so when you come in here on Monday, remember you have a summary that you have due for me. It will be typed, and you're going to print it. It's a summary, and there'll be a little introduction, a body, and a conclusion, and it's going to be of that article. Now you can put it on one sheet of paper. You can maybe just have a line there or something, and then you have what? Your two ads. There's going to be an introduction, a body, and a conclusion, right? So you have your two ads that you had to try and research and their influence on elections, and then you have the article summary. So that is due, all right, on Monday. Okay? I was hoping you'd have some fun looking at the ads, because there's a lot of them out there that have been rather interesting over the years. Okay, so let's go to number 2. What determines the state's number of electoral votes? It's the number of representatives plus the senators. Okay, so how many does Minnesota have then? 10, because we have 8 representatives and 2 senators. Number 3, what did your founding forefathers envision could happen? All right, as an end result from the Electoral College, with the absence of a two-party system. What did they think?
They'd never have a majority.
Yep, and then who would pick the president?
House.
The House. You can see how much they distrusted the people in picking the president. They really thought the House would pick.
Wait, are we still on 2?
No, we're on 3.
No? Okay. You just said the house with your eyes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. Number 4, what's the answer? Andrew Jackson. At one time that happened, yes. Number 5.